What's up, guys? It's Lord Both here with another video, and the Blade movie starring Mahershala Ali for the MCU has been delayed indefinitely. This comes to us from World of Real. Marvel's Blade delayed indefinitely. Not much of a surprise, Marvel Studios' Blade has been nixed from the Marvel Disney's release calendar and won't be coming out on November 7th, 2025. This, in all likelihood, means that the film will also not be going into production next month, which was the date that was being eyed all year. It's very important to note as well that they didn't just move the actual release date or come out with an actual production start month or start date. They literally just took the entire thing off the schedule, which is why people have been led to believe that this thing is delayed indefinitely, which is a fancy way of saying dead. This movie is not being made. It's done. Put a fork in it. And it's no surprise, really, considering all the problems this movie has had. I mean, just look at this right here in the article. They've had 2 directors quit on this project. The latest Blade draft, written by Eric Pearson, is still the current version being used if production does ever come to fruition. It won't. Pearson is at least the 6th writer to have taken a crack at the script after several other writers decided to leave the project. And we've heard the rumors that Mahershala Ali has rejected a lot of those scripts, saying he wasn't going to be part of the project. We've heard wild scripts where Blade is essentially not just the 2nd lead in his film, but the 3rd lead in his film, with his daughter being the female girl boss lead. They even say down here the film was originally set in the 1920s, but will now take place in present day. Blade was announced 5 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019. And has been plagued by an endless array of delays. And kind of like we just mentioned, star Mahershala Ali, who's set to play the titular character, is said to be increasingly frustrated by the whole process. Yeah, there's a bunch of rumors coming out that essentially he's done. He's leaving the project. And to be honest, the man is already in his 50s. It's not like he's a super young, spry guy who can just wait to continue playing the Blade role. No, he has to have time freed up in his calendar so he can actually go on to work on other projects. Mia Goth is still attached to co-star as Lilith, a vampire seeking the blood of Blade's daughter, but she had to contend with some of her fellow actors leaving the project. So Mia Goth is still expected to be in this thing, but I think even she's considering leaving it now. So even if this movie was to actually get made and come out, what we'd be looking at is probably a Star Wars A Solo movie. A cursed production with numerous costly delays, because I'm sure during production there'd be some kind of thing that would end up delaying this movie even further. I wouldn't be surprised if a director left again, or one of the stars left, or what have you. And at the end of the day, I don't think this movie would ever make money for Disney or Marvel. It just doesn't make any sense anymore. But in all honesty, it's been delayed indefinitely now. So this movie, it's dead. It's never going to get made. And we all kind of predicted this when so many problems were coming out about it. And it's also not a surprise that the script writers for this film were having such a difficult time just making a basic Blade movie. Because the storyline for Blade is not a very complicated one in Marvel Comics. He's a day-walking vampire who hunts and kills other vampire monsters. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of subtext, there's not a lot of nuance, there's not a real lot of place to inject agenda and political opinion. So yeah, it was probably difficult for them to write a script that is good guy, finds bad guys, gets rid of bad guys. That's not really a thing most Hollywood writers are well versed in at this point, I'd say. But yeah, we all expected this movie with all the evidence coming out that it wasn't going to get made. And it looks like it's not now. And those are just my thoughts on all this. If you have your own thoughts, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, appreciate you watching all of it. And we'll talk to you again later.